everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick. These retail at £5 each. So this is such a beauty on a budget kind of foundation. So if you're looking for something quite cheap, quite affordable, and you don't want to break the bank, then these are definitely going to be something that you're going to want to try. Now obviously, without giving away too much of what my review is, because this is a first impression, I do just want to say I bought the two shades because I want to highlight and contour, because a fun fact about these is that you can do that with these. But without further ado, let's just get on with the first impressions, and I'm just going to read a little bit about them before we go on to trying them on. So on the Superdrug website, they are £5, and in store they are as well. And the good thing about Superdrug is they always do like a 3 for 2 deal. So if you are going in there for more than one thing, then you are more than likely to get something at a discounted price. So it says, foundation just got faster. Launching in 18 shades and a range of undertones, Fast Base Foundation quickly perfects contours and highlights your complexion. The easy to apply stick formula melts into the skin, blending seamlessly to leave a fresh and dewy finish. Twist up, swipe on and blend out of fingers, a beauty sponge or your favourite foundation brush. So the shades that I have is F1, and it says that is for fair skin tones with a neutral undertone. And then the other shade is F13, and it says for dark skin tones with a warm undertone. Oh, one sec. Hello?
Hello, you alright?
No?
Alright, we good.
I'm just filming a YouTube video. So the reason why I got the F13 shade was because I wanted to cream contour with it, and I wanted a warmer undertone, because I always find that neutral undertone cream contour colours, they kind of look muddy on me. I prefer much a warmer bronzer. And then F1, I really like quite a bright under eye, and anywhere that I want to highlight, I want it quite bright. So the packaging of them feels quite smooth, and I quite like the colour of them and the rose gold. So as you can see, you're getting quite a lot of products in there. To start with, I'm going to go with the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. You're going to massage your face as well with moisturisers or eye creams. Eye creams definitely tap under the eyes, and face creams push upwards because it prevents wrinkles. So let's use F1 in the lightest areas of my face, which seems to be quite full coverage. It's very, very creamy. Looking a little crazy right now. So going in with F13. So they are very, very creamy when you put them on. And I do really like the colour of the F13 one. I'm kind of conscious about leaving them on my skin. I don't know if they're going to set down matte or what, if they're going to still be movable. But I am obviously going to go in with the lightest shade first. And I'm just going to use a small kind of brush, and I'm going to use this one for the bronzer. So I'm just going to start patting it. So it seems to be blending out quite nice so far. Seems to be very full coverage too. So they're very, very full coverage, and they actually feel quite luminous on the skin. Like, I feel like if I was to not set with a powder, I could probably get a little bit of movement. Like, I could probably get a fingerprint in it. Yeah, if you can see that, it's kind of transferring a bit. I don't know if that's because I've applied too much or what. And for the nose area, I'm just going to use the same brush just to blend this up. So far they're blending really nice. And then I'm just going to take a bigger brush and do the contour. And I'm bringing this colour down onto my neck as well, because obviously I am a lot darker than the F1. This is just to highlight the areas. And I do have a top on, it's just down there. So let's blend this out. I'm going to have to go back in with the lighter one just to take off the edge on this side and merge the two together. Okay, it's definitely a luminous finish. It's not a matte finish at all. You can see on the camera as well, I've got a glow, and in person as well, I've got quite a nice glow, but it is blended out really nice. It has blended out really nice, and the coverage of it is quite full as well, which I'm enjoying. I think if you've got a dry skin type, this foundation is going to be gorgeous on your skin because it is quite luminous and movable. Whereas for an oily skin type, I definitely feel like you're going to have to set this with a powder so your oils don't come through and move it around and it separates. So I think that's what I am going to do, is set it with a powder. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay to Slick. And this powder is really good if you've got an oily skin type. Just taking a big powder brush. And I'm just going to set everything, even over the contour, because if I put bronzer on that, it's just going to cling to it. I think if you're applying highlighter straight on top of this, it will look gorgeous because it will just cling to that tacky texture. Yeah, that's kind of the word I'd give this foundation. The finish is a little bit tacky. So I personally like quite a matte finish foundation because I'm an oily skin type. And if I am wearing quite a tacky kind of foundation that has a little bit more movement or is a bit more luminous, I do like to just go in and set it slightly with the powder. I'm going to take the Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to be taking these two shades here. I don't feel like I need as much of this because I have got that kind of base underneath, but honestly, if you want to go for more of like a natural look, then you wouldn't even need the powder bronzer on top. It honestly looks so nice on its own, but I just prefer adding a little bit more of a contrast. So I'm just following all the steps that we did with the contour, with the powder. And then just to tidy everything up so I look a little bit more contoured and not so much bronzed, I'm just going to take the Vichy Derma blend. And then taking a Real Techniques beauty blender, I'm just going to bake under here. And this is going everywhere we put the F1 colour. So for me, this is just going to ensure that everything is staying in place and my oils aren't going to come through. Now I've kind of cleaned up everything and powdered underneath. So I'm just taking my powder brush again and I'm just going to dust away the Vichy Derma Blend powder. It also cleans up your nose contour as well. I'm taking this shade here and I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe M501. So now I've finished my base, all I'm going to do is pop on the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts and see how I created this look. So I've just gone ahead and done the rest of my makeup. If you're interested on what I have on my face right now, then be sure to watch my previous video, because I did try out the whole Born to Run collection, not only just the palette, I've got the lipsticks and the eyeliner, so you're in for a right treat if you want to see how I got this look. But this video isn't about that. This video is about the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Sticks. Now, as you could see before, I did use the Huda Beauty primer. I used both of these shades, which blended out really, really nicely. I also did set down with a powder, because for me personally, with an oily skin type, I have to set down powders, especially if the foundation has a luminous kind of glow. I did find that these foundations doesn't dry down to matte, but I didn't read anywhere that they did, so that's not a fault in the foundation. I would say personally, if you have an oily skin type, these are going to kind of have a tacky base. So for me personally, if I apply a bronzer on top of that, I know it could cling to it. So that's why I do like to set it down with a powder after. But that isn't a downfall in the foundation. This is going to be perfect if you've got a dry skin. If you have a dry skin type, these are going to be like a glass of water for your skin. They're not going to be drying down, they're going to be really movable, and they're going to sit on your skin really nicely. As for someone like me with an oily skin type, it still sits on my skin absolutely beautifully, and they was not wrong when they said it melts into your skin. It really does. The consistencies of these are so buttery, they literally just melt into your skin, which is what I really love about this foundation. And for £5 a pop, you can't complain. Like, these foundations from Makeup Revolution, they're just on fire. They're just so good at the moment. Like, they're just coming out with such good things, and they're such an affordable price. I would definitely possibly even look about getting these in freelance kits. If you are a freelance makeup artist yourself, I would definitely get a few of these in here, even just to do cream, contour and highlight. I feel like these are going to be perfect. I definitely rate it. I think it's really good, and I definitely think at £5 a go, you might as well give it a go, and I can guarantee you're going to get on with it really well. I've got 600 subscribers now, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I remember when I started YouTube, I didn't think that anyone would watch my videos, so it's really nice when I do see people comment and talk to me, because I really do appreciate it, and I love talking to you guys on here. So I'd really appreciate it if you do want to stick around to subscribe, and of course hit up the thumbs up button if you did enjoy. But without further ado, I'm gonna go now, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.